So try to choose companies which gives you a ownership, second problem solving, third a culture which allows you to grow personally. Say try getting exposure while being in college. There are a lot of different club departments. There are a lot of different things in college which you can do. यार LinkedIn और Twitter पे तो content create करो ही मतलब even if you shit post, even if you don't really talk about startups, but there are very small aspect about fintech which can be really competitive, which can be really hard to understand.
Hello everyone, welcome to our special series of Success Talk. And the guest who is joining for the today's session is Mr. Aryan. He has done multiple internships with different startups and currently he is working on his own startup. And in addition, he's also working in the fintech company. So there are a lot of things to know from him, and he's here to share his opinions and experience in working in the fintech industry. So thank you very much, Aryan, for joining on our platform.
Hi guys, I am Aryan. I am a BITS Pilani Goa graduate. I'm currently working at Groww as a growth associate. Apart from that, I've interned with multiple startups like Trell, Front Row, W Mall, Airmeet in product and growth domain only. I've built my own startup, raised funding in my last year only. And apart from that, I'm also a content creator. I create content on LinkedIn, Twitter, and I have a page named Samwaad on the Instagram. So yeah, I guess that is about me. I like to play football. I support football as well. I've played Goa League. Uh, that would be about me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And so, would you please give us some insights on how did you decide to change your career path from being a mechanical engineer to now working in the fintech industry?
Yeah, sure. So my journey with startups started in my third year. Before that, I was not really good at studies in college. I used to explore a lot, so I did a lot of different things. I was heading the ESL back then. That is when I got to understand how crazy working in a startup can be. You can learn different things. You can become smart as a person. You can own different things which won't be possible while working, let's say in a PSU. तो मैकेनिकल का करियर प्रोग्रेशन इज लाइक यू स्टडी अ लॉट यू मतलब you get jobs in PSUs and companies which are like very slow moving in terms of the innovation. That is what I didn't want to do in life. I wanted to work at a place where I am moving really fast, things are shipping really fast, we are building features really quick. So that is where the inspiration came. I did my first internship in third year, contrary to like a lot of my friends who started doing internships at the end of their first year only. But yeah, so what I did was I started working with the smaller companies first, got some experience, moved to bigger companies, then got placed in one of the best fintechs. I guess the best fintech startup in the country. So my experience is specifically with fintech. So I was not really a fintech geek back then, but then I started understanding how you can do personal finance management. That is where the inspiration for specifically for fintech came off. And the thing with fintech is it's really tricky. I mean, there are very small aspect about fintech which can be really competitive, which can be really hard to understand. That was challenging for me in the beginning, but that is something that inspired me as well. So that is why I wanted to work with a fintech company only, because learning will be huge if you have a competitive environment. So yeah, I got this job from my campus placements. Then it's been like around 1 year. I switched my role in Grow only, so I was working as a growth associate. Now I'm working in a smaller sub startup, you can say. I mean, there's a smaller organization inside Grow. I'm heading the growth of that team. So yeah, I guess that would be it about how exactly did I change my path from mechanical to fintechs.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. So you mentioned a lot of key points and a lot of things we'd like to discuss with you. So first, starting with the internships, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
like you did internships in the product management, and how did that help in shaping your career path?
Yeah. So the first thing, I mean, there are a lot of students. I like get more than 10 messages per day on LinkedIn about getting a product manager management internship at any place. So first thing for a student, if there is someone watching this video, I would say, I mean, define what exactly you want to do. I mean, product management is not the only thing in a startup. I mean, there are a bunch of different tools that are going to teach you a lot of different things, not just product management. So for me, my career started with marketing. So I wanted to, I mean, I was really good at numbers and I was really good at growth. That is how marketing came through. Then I moved, then I switched to product because then before that I got a exposure of marketing and I knew I'm good at marketing. At some point of time, if I want to continue marketing, I'll be able to do that. But then I wanted to get different exposure. That is how product management came in. But before product management, I built my own products. That is like the key aspect about getting an internship at any company of product management. Let's say if you want to get in, you build your own product, you build your own portfolio, you start delivering to the users, you start solving real time problems. If you are able to do that successfully, you won't even need a product management internship. You'll be able to be a, I mean, a better product manager than a lot of different senior product managers out there in the industry. uh, I guess yeah. So I mean, थोड़ा सा hyped up है अभी product management. I would say there are a lot of different roles, key roles, which will teach you equally good things. And if you want specifically product management, then define why do you need it.
नाइस। सो यहाँ आपने पहले मेंशन किया है कि आप स्टार्टअप पे भी काम कर रहे हो रिसेंटली एंड सो वुड यू प्लीज गिव अस सम इनसाइट्स एंड कैन यू प्लीज शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंसेस लाइक अबाउट द challenges what you have faced in
Yeah.
starting your the startup?
Sure. So technically, I'm not working at a startup. I resigned from my startup a year back when I joined Groww. But I'm mentoring the team. I'm mentoring different startups of college, but Samwaad, which was my startup for which I've raised fund in college, I'm mentoring that team particularly. So there are a lot of challenges being a college founder. First is nobody takes you seriously. If you go out there, talk to VCs, talk to them about the funding, they'll just tell you, I mean, you don't have any experience. You just have, let's say, 1 year of experience. That is nothing in terms of how co-founders should be. That is one key challenge. So that is what I think a learning that we have got. I mean, we don't have to care about VCs. We don't have to care about, I mean, good flashy limelights. We just have to care about one thing: solving problems. That is like the biggest learning I've got through working in different startups as well. You just focus on problem solving. You just solve the problem of the users, and users will automatically come to your platform, and users will love your product. That should be the goal. That should be the only aim. That is what we have been doing for the last 2 to 3 years. Back in college, we were the top 20 teams in the NASCOM incubator. Then we got funding through the college incubator only. Then we were in stealth for around 6 months. Then we scraped our idea, completely pivoted to something else. Then I joined my job. Then the team is working on something else. They went to the Shark Tank final round as well. Uh, there were multiple bigger competitions in which we were finalists. So yeah, I mean, they are building something crazy in the fintech domain only. So let's see how it pans out. Yeah.
So now would you please tell us about your current position as a growth associate at Growth India and also about the financial services that are provided by the growth to the users?
Yeah. So I'll take a first question. How does my day-to-day life looks like as a growth associate? I'll tell you two aspects. First is before I switched my role. So I used to work in the growth acquisition team where I was handling the onboarding flow. Onboarding flow is basically once any user downloads the application from the Play Store or the App Store and they complete their KYC. Till that part, there are a lot of technical steps. Let's say you have to enter your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, your personal information, your bank details. So that process I used to look. So the problem that we were solving, I was solving at that point of time was there are a lot of drop-offs. While in terms of total number of users, let's say 100 users have downloaded the application, so only 45 to 50% users will complete the onboarding. So my job was to solve this problem of getting. this 45% number to up to 65%. So there were a lot of different problems that I personally found out how we can solve those problems. We built hypothesis, and there were a bunch of different experiments which I used to own. But then my learning became stagnant, and I then switched to a smaller organization inside the Groww, which is B2B payment products. So the team name is Elements. We are building B2B payments product. That is, we'll be catering to different fintechs, or maybe insurance company, asset management companies. And in that, we are building growth. We are building product payment related products. Payment related products are payment gateways, UPI autopay. So all of these are technical terms, but yeah. So right now I'm currently handling the go-to-market strategy. So we haven't launched yet. So I am building the entire launch plan for the elements. So उसमें I collaborate with bunch of different people in the growth team in order to build a solid plan. That is what my role is right now. So it's kind of like a very good opportunity for anyone out there. So I am really proud of what I am doing right now. Yeah.
Perfect. And also, would you please tell us something about your the company?
Yeah, yeah. So Grow as a company. So I joined as a business associate, and I think so we get a lot of ownership, which is a really good thing. If you are a graduate fresher, you don't get to have so much ownership. So if let's say any person who is getting an internship or who is recently graduate and is looking for opportunities, so try to choose companies which gives you a ownership, second problem solving, third a culture which allows you to grow personally. So personally, me at Grow, I have been creating content since like around what 8 to 9 months now, and the company has been supporting me about my personal side hustle. That is something that you should choose in an organization, and Grow tick marks all of them. Plus there is no time foundation. You can work, let's say, at 12 at night. I have like worked at 12 at night, and in the morning I have skipped a few meetings, but that is fine with Grow. So flexibility is another good aspect, but that doesn't mean, I mean, we slack off. We have our targets that we have to meet, which should be there in every startup. So again, Grow is a startup only, तो वो तो रहता ही है. But yeah, I guess a very good company.
Perfect. And so, what advice would you give to the students who would like to pursue their career path in fintech industry?
Fintech, I mean, I would say first you can use modules like Zerodha Varsity for understanding personal finance management. There you'll get what problems there are in the industry right now, in the ecosystem right now. What are the potential gaps that startups are trying to solve? If you understand finance in general, and even if you don't, let's say I didn't used to understand finance in a lot depth before I joined Grow. So I mean, the best way would be to do internships as a college student in fintech. And if you get to do a problem solving role while doing an internship, then definitely, I mean, that would be a really plus point. So there are a lot of fintech startups. You just have to open your LinkedIn up and start cold messaging people for any product or growth related role you get in those startups.
Here, in addition, would can you share your thoughts on the importance of financial literacy, especially for the college students, and how should they manage their finances?
आई गेस फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट का सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि एक तो इनफ्लो ऑफ मनी बहुत कम होता है एज अ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट. लेट्स से 90% ऑफ द कॉलेज स्टूडेंट डू नॉट डू इंटर्नशिप्स. तो उसका सीन ऐसा रहता है कि पैसे कम आ रहे हैं ऑलरेडी, घर से कम
Yes,
मिलते हैं.
yes.
और बिकॉज यू आर इन कॉलेज, यू हैव इंडिपेंडेंस, यू डू थिंग्स which you didn't used to do while you were preparing for, let's say, JE or 11th 12th में. तो फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में सबसे पहले तो अपना एक्सपेंस ट्रैक करना चाहिए यार. मतलब आई थिंक सो दैट इज व्हाट द फोक्स एट संवाद आर बिल्डिंग राइट नाउ. दे आर बिल्डिंग अ रियली इफेक्टिव एक्सपेंस ट्रैकर. तो अगर एक्सपेंसेस ट्रैक है तो यू विल बी एबल टू, लेट्स से, ट्राई टू एटलीस्ट अचीव द सेविंग गोल्स बाय द एंड ऑफ द मंथ. So your focus should be first on saving, and let's say if you are getting good inflow of money, अच्छा saving हो रहा, तो उसके बाद इन्वेस्टमेंट को देखो. इन्वेस्टमेंट तुम्हें आना चाहिए. मतलब यू शुड लर्न इन्वेस्टमेंट इन वाइल बीइंग इन कॉलेज, एंड देन यू व्हेन यू जॉइन द जॉब, और लेट्स से व्हेन यू हैव एन हाई पेइंग इंटर्नशिप, तब इन्वेस्ट करना चालू करो. बट फर्स्ट unlock the modes through which you're going to earn money, earn revenue, generate revenue. रेवेन्यू, तो उसके पहले इन्वेस्टमेंट पर्टिकुलरली सीखना इज नॉट वर्थ इट। लेट्स से अगर तुमने ज्यादा फोकस इन्वेस्टमेंट में किया है कॉलेज में एंड यू गेट अ जॉब ऑफ 2 to 3 lakhs या 4 to 5 lakhs, that is not going to help you like build a good portfolio, right? You have to earn more in order to build a good portfolio, so that should be the focus. Yeah.
ओके नाइस एंड हियर आप क्या सजेस्ट करोगे कि व्हाट कुड बी द फ्यूचर गोल्स ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर थिंकिंग ऑफ गोइंग इनटू द fintech industries?
I'd say not only fintech but startups in general.
Uh-huh.
First thing would be your which I started doing very late is building your own personal brand. तो यार LinkedIn और Twitter पे तो कंटेंट क्रिएट करो ही, मतलब इवन इफ यू शिट पोस्ट, इवन इफ यू डोंट रियली टॉक अबाउट स्टार्टअप्स, बट talk about something, you will understand your own goals there. Then I would say try getting exposure while being in college. There are a lot of different club departments. There are a lot of different things in college which you can do. So don't be inside the room. Don't just, I mean, for boys, just don't play games while being inside the room. And बाकी सारी चीजें भी है, but try to explore as much as possible. Try to make full use of college. सिर्फ ग्रेड्स बनाने का एम मत रखो, मतलब ग्रेड्स भी बनाओ, दैट शुड बी इम्पोर्टेंट, बट चीजें एक्सप्लोर करो. And while exploring, you will figure out what exactly you want to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do till my third year second semester. I was doing bunch of different things, but then I got like the best opportunity out there for particularly for me. So yeah, I guess that would be it. Keep exploring, keep hustling.
So thank you very much, Aryan, for sharing your insights about the importance of internship. किस तरह से स्टूडेंट्स अपने करियर गोल को शेप कर सकते हैं इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ going in the fintech industry. So thank you very much for your time. We truly appreciate, and thank you everyone for joining to the success talk. And you can post in the comment section about the topic which you'd like to discuss upon in the next success talk. So मिलते हैं next video में, तब तक bye bye. Thank you.